What's up, guys? Let's get to talking. Yeah, let's talk. Let's catch up. Ooh, what's up, guys? I'm currently retwisting my hair, just really light situation. So I'm not gonna do it properly, but this is the easiest way that I've been keeping my hair in check whilst I stay super busy. But what's up, guys? How you guys been doing? It feels really cool to be kind of speaking on YouTube again. I don't even know what this video is about, but I thought, you know what, I think it'd be good just to have a little catch up whilst I just kind of retwist my hair. I'm learning to document with the time that's happening rather than trying to script out all these perfectly looking videos that I see around the world. I think that's even something interesting I've noticed, right? It's this is such a huge topic. Backstory. I recently got signed to an agency a few years ago, I'm not sure. But I noticed that I felt a little bit of pressure ever since I got signed. And that's because obviously it's become a job. And I think for content creators, right, everyone is trying to rush to make money. And then to some degree, some of us who've arrived into the commercial side of content creation, arguably we're having to fight that reality of the fact that this is our job, and to some degree a relative part of our livelihoods are attached to how we create and what we create. And I found I was kind of thinking this morning, and I was I feel like I'm subconsciously feeling pressure from the fact that a proportion of my livelihood is attached to what I post on Instagram. And I actually kind of hate that. It's one of the reasons why I've been really working with my team to really try to rebrand into a way that I can create in a more comprehensible manner. And of course, the reality is a lot of this is mindset, right? Because at the end of the day, I've been vlogging and documenting things over the last few years and picking up on moments. And there's always moments that you can be present in, and also there are moments that you can capture for the beautiful sake of remembrance. But I haven't, because I've been so scared, because I'm a part of me doesn't want to upload because I want to be present and value those moments. And a part of me loves content creation just as its thing. And then a part of me just doesn't want to allow this takeover that has been happening to happen, which is flip. I make money like this, and it's this feels like a lot. And so I think that pressure of your life depending on things usually sometimes can suck the enjoyment of processes that you genuinely enjoyed. And I'm trying to find the balance in that. And yeah, I found myself in this place of pressure. Since I left university, I went straight into self-employment, and as much as it sounds like a really great thing, the reality is I make a good amount of money, but I also make money in periods and also in scattered pieces. And also being somebody that is really talented at lots of different things, it's been an incredible journey trying to figure out, okay, what's the thing I really want to build? But I'm sharing all this today because, within these unfiltered thoughts, I had a great pitch meeting with my team where we kind of looked at what does my brand really mean to me. And I'm not just somebody that cares about fashion or cares about this or cares about that. I'm not even somebody that isn't even attracted in trying to build a perfect brand. But I realized that if I could reintroduce myself to you guys, I would break it down into these areas, right? Which is, I'm a builder. I love building. I'm currently building an organization to bring creatives together. It's called Tribe 308. If you want to find out more about that, go on my Instagram. It's in my bio. But that's something I really want to build. And I've also, over the last 6 years, been part of 3-4 different startups in which we built it to really amazing places. And I learned so much being in the financial tech space. So I'm a builder. I love entrepreneurship. I love building ideas. And then there's the other side. I'm just growing. So to be in the spaces I'm in, I have had to acquire a lot of skill and knowledge. And that's been interesting, acquiring that. So there have been lots of resources that I've kind of picked up on. And so that's all that is going to inform some of what I'm hopefully going to be sharing on this platform, right? I want to just bring you guys into the space of me building and the space of me kind of growing. But then also, most importantly, I kind of want to integrate the aspect of just you guys seeing me live. So that's been hard to put language to over the last few years because I just don't see the point of just shooting stuff for the point of shooting stuff. I'm not really fascinated with virality, but what I am fascinated about is impact. And I genuinely want to make an impact in anything I do. And so I've been doing a lot of work to make sure that I make impact in all the areas of my life that are actually necessary. So if you're kind of new here, this will make no sense to you because you're just kind of watching for the first time. But if in context, I was just this YouTuber and I've come from an era which was really cool, where we did so much, and that was really fun. And you know, you can check out the old videos. But like, I've just grown up. I'm like 25 now, and I'm like trying to figure out not being unemployed whilst being self-employed, figuring out how to make money. You know, the big things that happen in this point of transition in life. And so I'm just returning. So like, yeah, I'm figuring so much out, and I would absolutely love you guys' input, your thoughts. It's always a pleasure to know what you guys want me to even share on, because my manager said something very, 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 very great. She said, you don't necessarily want to be an expert, but the reality is you sit in a wealth of expertise. And I think sometimes I've not allowed myself to be considered somebody that actually is an expert in something, because I just don't like the idea of it. But I say that to say, I would love to create this community that we really interact. And I somewhat miss the old days of having a real like audience on here where people are shouting, hey, I need this from you. And then yeah, cool, I'm going to make this video. I sort of miss that, but I really want to bring back the slow pace of real life in this world of like TikTok and blah. Like, I love the slow pace of like watching somebody that you've seen grow up run into the same issues as you. And like, there's lots of things that I'm figuring out within that space. So this is just like week 2. I feel like I just want to take you guys on this journey with me, transparently and openly, and just figure things out, you know. And this is the world that I crave to see, right? The world where people actually talk about the struggles that they're going through. And trust me, leaving university, moving to a new city, being self-employed when all your friends went into a graduate scheme has been the most isolating and lonely experience that I've gone through. Specifically with not having many examples of people who have done that in my life. Being also doing this in a new country and only recently becoming British. It's like I have like beat multiple statistics, and there's so much to unpack in there that I would love to unpack with you guys. Yeah, I'm older now, and I just like think there's not enough spaces for like, number one, young men who are honestly documenting the reality of like trying to figure out identity, faith, relationships. And I'd love to occupy that space. So that's kind of like some of the reasons why I always ghost for a while. Mostly also because I will never compromise my mental health just for consistency. And I know it's a thing. Consistency is very valuable. I'm all for consistency. I think it's very necessary to create avenues to have sustainable work. But until you can have like a full team that can help you beat that thing, content creation deserves to be pure, deserves to be from the ability that I have, not from the lack of ability that I feel. And I think I'm just done with trying to prove myself in a place that I just need to rest and recover. And so that sort of explains the journey of me, where I'm at right now. I just want to enjoy life again. I wanna discover the mission that is real, but also I kind of just want to interact with the simplicities of life. And so yeah, so like that's where I'm at. Where are you guys at? Let me know in the comments below. Yeah, I think we need to normalize talking more about the realities of what we don't know than trying to convince strangers in our life of the things that we do know. And yeah, man, I'm just like, bro, 25 living in Manchester, I feel hella lost whilst living within the cloud of expectation of like all the things that people expect. Like, I mean, I have literally had people tell me like, oh, like, bro, look at where all the other YouTubers are. Like, bro, could have been up right now. And like, I even found myself secretly not wanting to talk about Jesus, because it's like, because I was just a guy who talked a little bit about faith and wanted to share that reality. It's like, bro, you sold out. I'm like, bro, I didn't sell out. Like, there's literally people who've come to me and be like, bro, like, you fumbled the bag. And I'm like, actually, I don't live within the realms of your natural expectation of progression for me. And I think that's even a whole conversation to have, right? You know, when we live based on the natural expectation that people have of our progression. And I'm like, I could be like on TV or have a specific contract, but to also neglect all that's happened in my life, all that I've actually achieved. Like, there's so much impact. And it's like, imagine if we just could learn how to comfortably live outside of people's expectations of our natural progressions. Like, imagine if we were just brave enough. And I'm finding myself realizing that to some degree, my absence is because I've been compromising that. I just don't want to look too Christian because I'm also very broken. I've had people who listen to my podcast saw me make a mistake in public, and then they were like, rah, I got saved because of you. And I'm like, no, bro, like, you got saved because of Jesus. I'm not your God. And it's like, people put you on this pedestal. You live for their acceptance, you die from their rejection. And I think I've just been sick of that for the last few years. I just don't want to do that. I'm so more just like not in that space no more, you know? I'm just not on it. So yeah, I'm just, man, yeah. Just don't want to do that, mate. By the way, what do you guys think? Does it bang? Oh, let me see. All right, so quick one. I essentially I'm just doing a cover up. So like I just did just a quick top layer. I didn't even do the last edges. P.S. If you haven't started your lock journey, I honestly believe you should, because it's the best thing I've ever done. If I could argue that there's one point to this video, I would say to live outside of people's natural progressions of you. Do not let nobody suck you in. Do not let nobody convince you slowly to be afraid of the very thing that makes you you. I've done that for far too long, and it just is not great. And I really would love to be connected to people who can discover their areas of compromise and strengthen them up. So do not allow people to do that, man. You have to protect your soul. It's very important. So protect your soul. Also, by the time you're watching this video, I know you guys had asked me to upload the other video put up, and I will. It will probably follow this one. So I'm going to upload twice this week. But this is just a little check-in. So I'll see you guys in literally a few days. Peace and love. Appreciate you. Love you guys. Peace.